How's it going? This is Razor Rath bringing you part 11 and part 11 for Vampyr. Blackmail in Whitechapel. Find Richard Nithercott. Find Clayton Darby. Watery blood. Analyze. Analyze. Cool. True for Barcardis. We need more. Do we have potassium? We need 8. We have 6. Plenty for the cold. Not enough ammonia. Plenty for sepsis, for anemia, plenty for fatigue. Alright, so we're looking good on the few things. We're gonna rest real quick and level up. $2,000 XP. These are all the small ones. So the damage increase on these really... That's not really big for me right now. Health is fine. Let's increase bite. Definitely gotta have that bigger blood. Level 3. Yeah, low level stuff. So yeah, let's up this shit quite some. Get this on. I guess in stamina, why not? Why not? Gotta stay in the fight. 40% blood per bite. That is gorgeous. What is that stack at, dude? 100 and almost 200% blood later on. Damn. It's gorgeous. Next one is 600 blood. So yeah, we're not getting that up anytime soon. Bullets next night. Hopefully nobody got worse. You have a migraine, you have fatigue. We can get Albert bronchitis. You have a headache. Used to have fatigue and you're stable. This is the pillar. What the shit is the pillar? There's a hideout over here at the dock, so obviously I've been over there, just gotta find my way back. Alright, so we do like this. This is level, it's gonna up the damage by 10. We want blood absorption, of course. Common handle, lead pipe, lead plate. that can't go up anymore. 3 points stun. I don't. 3 points to stun. This one I can upgrade with a bunch of damage. Literally a stun weapon. Which is nice. 3, 6, 9, 12 stun points versus 13 stun. It's almost like I need a better stake. One that I can upgrade all the way. Or guns have amazing stun. See, this can go... Nice. 5, so I get 2.5 added to that, plus this. It's already at 2.5 already. Add another 2.5, it makes it 5. Nice. Yeah. So that's gonna go up to 8 points. Blood absorption. Let's combine these and see how they go before we start upgrading that blood knife. Because that looks a really good combo, but I just... Gotta see how effective I'm gonna use the little blade and not die. If we're trying to stack up my freaking blood or just use the stake to get a big ass chunk, cause that's what I just did. Everything's dependent on my blood bite. So if I'm not biting, there's no point in that little blade. Fuck that little blade. That blade's good after I bite. Gotta work up to the after the bite. Vampire, no fall damage. We're good. Nope. I believe you had fatigue. Albert Palmer. So let's go make one thing of fatigue for Albert Palmer. Let's cure him of that. Yeah, I bet that one that holds... Some vampire skills work better in synergy with other skills. So I'm guessing the one that locks their blood up and paralyzes them, that's an awesome freaking shadow mist combo right there. You lock Especially if locking up skill has AoE. Lock them all up in a group. Shadow mist them. Blah. They're done. So we need fatigue. Got it. Bronchitis when what's his name? Trust me. Other than that, we can't do shit for him right now. 6 citizens can be healed with the appropriate treatment. A healthy citizen helps contribute to raising the health status of the district they belong to. So cool. So they'll stay healthy as long as I keep them healed. Awesome. So as long as everybody's fine, does eating them count as not being healthy? That's the only thing I'm worried about. Shit, I'd eat clay right now if it meant nobody would care about him. The minute I put people on alert, then the more I just want to play it safe and gather XP from quests. I get it, I'm a vampire, there's no going back, but doesn't mean I gotta make the whole world hate me to want to stake my art. I'll be able to play the game if I do that. Alright, blood. What should happen? Oh, there's rats.
I can't believe I'm doing this. I have this thirst for blood. This is despicable.
Yeah, it is. What can we do about it? Oh, well.
I have this thirst for blood.
Benjamin Palmer, I can't help you right now. Can't help you. Kid. Can't help your boy.
How are you, boy?
I'm not your boy, all right? Now piss off.
You're a dick.
Do you need assistance?
Please. Feeling tired these days.
There you go. Let's hope nobody steals it from you.
Very funny.
$750 XP.
Goodbye, young man.
Get off the fucking... Tempting. Tempting. Make me eat you.
It's effective.
You and Clay, you snot-nosed bastards. Ungrateful.
Take a look, don't be afraid. Cheap price, good quality. Come on, take a look.
Evidence and trickery. You are blinded by your
Excuse me, sir. I have a few questions for you.
Another journalist? I didn't answer the first one, so piss off!
I'm not a journalist, I'm a doctor.
A doctor, you say? It's quite a rare breed in this part of town.
Really? But still, here I am. Dr. Jonathan Reed, at your service.
I'm Joe Peterson to some, but Colossus Joe to most. And I don't remember asking for your service, sir.
You're healthy and level 3.
May I ask what you do around here?
I do whatever I want, and sometimes even more. Now sod off.
I'll kill you.
According to you, physicians are scarce in this part of town. Why is that?
Not familiar with this neighborhood, are you? I guess your fancy colleagues are too afraid of being stabbed in the back.
This part of town does have quite a reputation. Would you say it's justified?
Totally. Look at me, for instance. I always look my opponent in the eye before knocking him out.
Have you heard of a nurse named Dorothy Crane? She's a colleague of mine, and is supposed to live around here.
Dorothy Crane? Yeah, I know her. One of the few good souls who dare to help the sick around here.
Could you please tell me more about her?
She's a nice girl. Tries to help the migrants. I offered to give her a hand, but she said my reputation would attract too much attention.
Good, Mr. Peterson.
Eh. It's whatever. Don't have time for your preaching, sir. You can fuck right off. Staring at a damn vampire and like blast me with a cross and be like, "Damn you to hell." Like no. Find the inhabitants in Whitechapel. Spirit case. Stole that shit. Fighting all these dudes. You're below me, you're above me. I'm getting closer to you every second. Find Richard in the area. Unknown, you must be it.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. I would like to ask you a few questions.
Please be my guest. Although I may not be the best informant regarding this part of town, my words speak about that which the eyes cannot see.
Really? Are you an artist of some kind?
I'm a poet, sir. Richard Nethercott, at your service.
May I ask what you're doing at this hour of night, sir? Do you live here?
Not at all. I'm just enjoying the pleasure of a quiet walk. Though night talks are always preferable, if you ask me. Especially with strangers.
But are you not afraid of the epidemic?
Oh, why should I? I see some equity in the Spanish flu. No flesh should be saved, say the scriptures. Good or evil, rich or poor, all are equal in the eyes of the flu.
If you say so. But as a physician in a time of epidemic, I must caution you to avoid unnecessary exposure, sir.
Thank you, Doctor. But we both know the seeker of truth has to go boldly where the weak dare not.
What are your thoughts on the terrible situation in this city?
Terrible, you say? No. Of course, the death of so many innocents is a tragedy. But the scourge has not been all bad for the city. Oh, no, sir.
What are you talking about?
Do you remember London before the flu? Noisy, cacophonic, quiet nowhere to be found. And now, listen to this oddly peaceful silence.
My mother loved poetry. Perhaps your words would have touched her sensitive nature. I only see a dreadful disease.
Most people fail to understand my perspective. I don't blame them. But how could I call myself a poet if I veiled my feelings?
Are you aware that your life could be in danger in this part of town?
But this is where I must be to feel the real beat of the city. I had to come, see it for myself, alone.
I understand your need for solitude, but it's not safe.
I don't care. I don't have many friends, Doctor, and my family despise me.
You have the cold.
If fortune came upon you, who would be here to help you?
Well, you for a start, my dear Doctor.
You got 1,000 in cold. That might help you.
Tell me, Mr. Nethercott, why seek inspiration in Whitechapel?
The place is not beautiful per se, but how to explain it? Stirring and challenging.
Do you not think it a little morbid?
On the contrary, sir. Whitechapel is full of life, full of beauty. Just like my dear muse, the wonderful Camellia.
What can you tell me about Camellia?
Not much, and that's the beauty of it. She can't speak, you know. She's a locked mystery who exhales kindness and sweetness.
Perhaps you're just afraid to find out the truth about your muse.
One day, perhaps, I'll ask her to come with me. But will she still be my wild flower of Whitechapel if she moves down?
And have you ever tried to learn more about her? Where she lives? How she survives? Whom she may know?
Maybe I prefer she remains an enigma. Reality can be so dull, don't you think?
In what way, exactly?
The struggle by gaslight, the barren smiles and the arid hunger under the rain.
If you say so.
Such vibrant antagonism and vivid paradox. The stripped humanity raged across each street.
Vivid, yes. About the poignant distress.
Oh yes, the poignant distress. You see what I mean, don't you? That's what to write about, and that's what Whitechapel is made of.
May I ask you a few questions, District?
Extraordinary town, is it not? I'll be glad to help you, if I can.
I'm looking for Dorothy Crane, a nurse who lives in this vicinity.
Dorothy Crane. Oh, I love the name. The Crane of Whitechapel. Sounds very mysterious. But, sorry, no, never heard of her.
What can you tell me about an old man called Darius?
Darius Petrescu? Yes, I know him. At first, I thought he was only a small publisher. I invited him to publish my work, but his reaction was pretty clear.
Not interested in your talent?
Darius is an old political activist who takes delight in printing tracts and lampoons. Those communist activities only require mediocre writing skills.
I'll leave you alone, sir.
Sign Clayton Darby. 160
You are blinded by your
you?
false faith. Imprisoned by your...
Excuse me, sir. Are you familiar with this part of town? Name's Clayton Darby. Report.
Sorry, I'm new to Whitechapel. But perhaps you could help me since you're a journalist. My name is Jonathan Reed.
Dr. Reed, the famous surgeon. I'll gladly help if I'm able, sir.
Why are the newspapers keeping silent about the Spanish influenza? It's as though none of you care.
There's a war going. People shouldn't be demoralized by news of deadly diseases.
See.
It's a disgrace. People are left to die alone. No one is properly informed of the risks.
These are bad times indeed. So much for the glorious British Empire.
Have you any idea of the danger you face in these streets at night?
I've had to run and hide more than once from frenzied mobs incensed by the fever. Do you think the flu is really responsible for this, Doctor?
That science is unable to explain the facts doesn't mean there is no rational explanation.
I confess, I share your point of view, Doctor.
What is a journalist doing in this borough after sunset?
He goes where none of his colleagues dare to go, to inform the country.
So you risk your life to reveal the truth. I saw many reporters do the same during the war.
Whitechapel is the crucible of many untold stories and tragedies. I want people to know them.
What is a journalist doing in this borough after sunset?
He goes where none of his colleagues would dare to go, to inform the country.
That's quite honorable. But is the public interested?
Not at all, sir. And that's why I'm an independent journalist, hoping to sell some stories.
I heard you're investigating an underground medical dispensary in Whitechapel. What do you know about it?
Not much, I'm afraid. They are wary of strangers, and I'm not really an acquaintance. Why do you care?
I'm afraid one of the nurses from the Pembroke Hospital may be involved with unsavory activities.
Ah, could it be Dorothy Crane?
Without a doubt, you are a damn fine journalist, Mr. Darby. What do you know of her accomplice, a man named Darius?
I don't know much about the man. He's very cautious. Never goes out. Doesn't seem to have any friends or family.
He has no lives at all?
No. Except for that strange man, a poet named Richard Nethercott, who sometimes comes by. Darius would never let him in.
Where can I find this Mr. Nethercott?
He spends most of his time lurking around Whitechapel, talking to himself, quoting verses. These days, you can usually find him behind the church.
He never goes out?
No. A few days ago, he unexpectedly did. I followed him, but it was just a ruse to keep me away from his house.
Really? How do you know?
He went to the nearest mailbox, posting his letter. He ripped it up and threw it away.
Goodbye, Mr. Darby.
Find the mailbox on the letter. Well, guys, we will find the mailbox and the letter in the next episode. Be sure to comment, like, subscribe. And this is Razor Wrath. Peace out. Thanks for watching, guys. Catch you later.